the kinks in this V. So one, stop streaming. Yeah, close that. Close that. Hey, what's going on, world? It's me again, Ethan Smith, aka Big Sarge, larger in charge. I'm looking up here at the damn camera, and the camera is right down here. Larger in charge of my goddamn self, taking myself up off the shelf, being my greatest eternal wealth. Hey, somebody need to turn their phone down over there for me. Thank you, Whiskey Charlie. So it's Speak Grunt, man. When we come to speak to y'all, y'all come speak to us. We've been working out the kinks, knocking off the dust, attempting to figure out how to get this thing from us to you, because that's what we do. We gonna speak to you, Grunt. So hey, here's the thing what me and Killer Wolf had to say before I step away and talk about what we need to talk to tonight. It's like, yo, as a grunt, the only thing you want to do is accomplish the mission. That's it. We looking to get off into the new thing so we can stream on YouTube and build up the view. But the whole thing is we want to get this message to you. So here we go, going back the way we need to do old school. We on StreamYard on Facebook. Make sure you share this thing too. And Speak Grunt coming straight to you. Whiskey Charlie, Killer Wolf, what's been going on, man? What it do? Go ahead, whoever talks.
Oh shit. It's me, Whiskey Charlie. Hey, not a whole lot, living the dream, work, spending time with the family, enjoying time with the girls. Pretty excited right now. Just found out today that my year and 6-month-old girl is driving a RC car type deal already, a 24 volt car, steering, driving, and stuff like that. So that's pretty exciting. So, man, outside that, no, man, just just work and doing around the household things. If you follow me on Facebook or check me out, man, got to raise all branches of the military flag at my Yards Day for Memorial Day coming up on Monday, to respect for all our veterans that have fallen out there, and I'll make sure I fly those as much as I can year round, to let everybody know that it's a constant battle out there for our any and all branches. So just much respect for all you, for anybody that's lost anybody, and I know we all lost someone. But at the same time, hey, man, on this Memorial Day, don't take it offense to people out there barbecuing and drinking, whatever else. I think you know what you need to do. I think we all need to crack a cold one open for our fellow battles out there that has lost their life, because that's what they'd be doing with us if they were still around. So make sure you tilt one back, drink one, and say a prayer for them, and say a prayer for their family that's out there, mourning their mourning that loss they had.
That's what's up, man. That's pretty dope that you I seen your Facebook post, even though I ain't been on Facebook crazy heavy with all the flags out there. You definitely got on the red, white, and blue. That represent you. I just be talking shit. I be just representing that infantry blue. Like, you know what it do. I don't really think about some of the other units too, but I respect them too. But I see you. That's the patriot in you. And then you showing that same thing to your wife and kids too. You bleed that red, white, and blue, Whiskey Charlie. I definitely see you go through, and I like your fence too. It look pretty dope, man. I see you. You all the way you, bro. No matter what others may think of you, you always just been you, Whiskey Charlie. That's what's up. Killer, I see you over there with the Killer Fitness t-shirt on. I remember when Dubose was about to get it on with our little asses, though, after we came back with the tattoos. And that first tattoo on your chest was a wolf. Yeah, no homo, no cap, whatever they say about that. But as a man, as a brotherhood, I remember that. Now to see it come 20 years later, it's a business, it's a platform, it's a brand that's represented by a real man. Killer Wolf, tell us what's been going on with you, man.
Hey, man, basically, living life, planning trips. I'll be going to Mexico in October. I'll be going back to Dubai. Well, going to Dubai on vacation for the first time in February. And I've been putting all my shit into my brand, man. It's been lovely to see how people have responded to it. You never know how many people actually watch you until you actually get on a platform and get out there, man. I got people support me all around, man, all around, bro. My military buddies, most of my family. It's been love, man. I go in the grocery store. One lady told me I look like the logo. You know what I'm saying? Say I had the hair, I got the, she said something about the Viking beard. I'm not sure what the styles of the beard. She's like, you look like a Viking, like, you know what I'm saying, old Spartan motherfucker, like Leonidas had that shit. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, putting it to the brand, enjoying life, getting knocked down, but getting the fuck back up every day. You know what I'm saying? If you don't put yourself first and get out there and see where you gonna fail at, you'll never know. You know what I'm saying? Get knocked down, get the fuck back up. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Dealing with life. That's
it. Motherfucking killer.
Oh yeah. And to Memorial Day, man, like Whiskey Charlie said, I have some battles that get offended when people come say Happy Memorial Day, but they don't know no fucking better. You know what I'm saying? So don't fucking cut the head off at the bar while you having your beer. You know what I'm saying? Your cold one to yourself. That's how I usually like to do it. Like Monday, man, I'm gonna get out here at my house, and you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit right here where I'm at right now, have me a cold drink, and just reminisce, man. That's our time to reminisce about our fallen gladiators. That's what I call them, you know what I'm saying? Soldiers, I call them gladiators. You know what I'm saying? You can't play what we play. You know what I'm saying? You can't play being a soldier, Marine, or whatever you want to call, airman. You know what I'm saying? We gladiators, man. So respect and love to everybody, man. Everybody lost somebody. Hey, you know, we going through it, but hey, you know what I'm saying? You gotta cut them civilians out, man. You know what I'm saying? I cut them out. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with them and cut their head off or nothing, but you know, you'll think they should know, right? But hey, you know.
Hey, they don't know. Hey, Killer Wolf, it's just like we were just both there touching on, man. Hey, look, you can't be mad at people that don't know shit, right? But at the same time, hey, it's a same time, hey, somebody comes up to you and say, hey, appreciate you for your service. Hey, man, just reel them in. You know, hey, reel them in. Hey, look, Memorial Day is about this, but hey, look, much respect. I appreciate you for saying that. But hey, let's drink to my buddy. Let's drink to my pals that was out there that actually, you know, had to sacrifice their life. One of the biggest things that, you know, I think I would like to be able to do and, you know, be able to reach out. And if this page gets out there real far. But
what? Hold on. You might well, you start saying punk, fuck boy, stuff like that. That ain't 11B. You're going to just have to drop down and knock out 10. We ain't going to keep on playing.
I'm back in about 2 seconds.
Here.
I'm going down now, Big Sarge. I'm getting down now. I'm getting down now.
If this page get big, not if, when we accomplish the mission.
Tell them next time we want them level on push-up. We want to put his feet. Tell them we want to put his feet on the chair. Level push-ups after that. Nah, we don't die. You right. Yeah, he got the Whataburger shorts on over there.
But anyhow, like you were saying, go ahead and finish your when we get big.
When we get big, hey, look, I just also want everyone to know that has lost someone. You know, just got there and speak about the individuals you lost. I know one of the biggest things to help cope or help you feel better about situations is to speak about that individual and how they meant to you, and maybe help open up eyes out there all across the board.
That is amazing. We can't see it. It didn't happen. What do you mean you can't see it? I'm watching me live right now on Facebook. Please, Whiskey Charlie, can you see us live on Facebook?
Oh, I can. Yes, I'm watching us right now. I can tell you this much that I can tell you this much. Whiskey Charlie looking good in this red, white, and blue, baby.
DJ Knox, The the push-ups. DJ Knox said he couldn't see your push-ups. Yeah, we didn't see him either. Knowing Whiskey Charlie is probably down there dry twerking. But anyhow,
hey, you don't hear me breathing hard right now? Okay, I'm about to die right now. Y'all may have to come up here and give me some CPR.
Hey, it's been a while. It never happened. So, although while I'm over here, while I'm quiet and everything, I'm sharing this to everybody in my everybody that I can think of in my messenger feed. So you have to excuse me. That's what I'm doing. But my week was good. My week was blessed. I went through some stress. I went through some tests like an old grunt do. He was probably on his knees.
Hey, it ain't Thursday. Y'all better leave this out. Man, left Thursday was Thursday. This is Sunday. I'm praying. That's what I was doing.
What's going on, Yada? What's going on with you, Yada? That's my high school buddy from back in the day. Got a little to the dirt with, knew me as when everybody called me EJ. What's going on, Sir Dyke CD? The martial arts C. He was probably on his knees, and Kiara said, bro. So anyhow, my week was great, man. Vic, what's going on? Goot, what's going on? We got the Goot in the house, Sutton.
Oh, Goot. Shit, Goot.
One of our soldiers who got it in for us, you know. Even though he watched me get flipped over the fucking truck and never opened fire from that RG-33 that was riding there right behind me. I ain't gonna talk about that right now.
Don't talk about that now. Come on.
What's going on, Goop? Hey, speak Grunt. Grunt speaks. Speak Grunt. What a Grunt speak. By Grunts for Grunts. Well, everybody welcome, but everybody will not be a member. We've been working through we've been working through some situations and some issues, but here we are, we speaking to you. This may not be for kids, but it will bless your kids if you just let the message come through. Don't judge the messenger, just be blessed by the message that comes to you. So in Speak Grunt, that's what we're here to do tonight. We don't know how long we gonna be on, but Wolf ain't got nowhere to go until his wife get home. And he gonna go pick her up, and then he gonna be chilling. So we don't know how long we gonna be on, but we gonna get you this information that's gonna change your situation and transform your mind to that killer wolf fitness nation, so you can get strong in the mind and the body and in the spirit. Speak Grunt, so we can hear it. You know what time it is. Speak Grunt. My week was wonderful, man. My week was wonderful. I called my Grunt brother, Killer Wolf, and I talked to him about some things that I was going through, from financially, from with some child things and financial issues. See, like, because I'm a real grunt. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like some things that we talked about in the platoon, like this book we've been reading, and my brother was there for me, man, and he gave me some information to help me put things in perspective to make a decision that I need to make today. And I'm just going to leave it at that in that way. So I thank you, brother, for what you had to say. It's really a brotherhood that we talking about to y'all today. So we need y'all to speak Grunts so we can hear what you got to say, so we can help you as we get through. But,
hey, I'm going to let y'all know this. Hold up, Big Sarge. Hey, look, the book that he's speaking of, if you haven't read it, if you know anything about me, or probably I would say 90% of grunts, we don't like to read a whole lot. We like to just go at it and everything. If it has pictures in there, I'm just gonna let you know, you guys, very few minimum pictures. But I have also started reading myself. I haven't made it very far, but I also got it myself. Something you guys got to read. Definitely interesting so far of what I've read. And guess what? I've only read like maybe 4 or 5 pages, but for me, that's accomplishment. That's accolades. I should receive something for this. But I'm going to keep reading this, and I definitely want any battles out there watching this to definitely get into it and start reading it with us, and let us know what you find out through it.
Absolutely, indeed. So here's been the hold up. Let me hit these comments real quick. What's up, sexy fuckers from Goop, who he goes by Victor Mike Charlie. Goop Victor Mike Charlie. And then he also said he had a restaurant, so he can't hear us right now, but he gonna tune in when he get back home. And he was thanking us for the invite. Been waiting to catch y'all for a while. Been waiting to catch y'all doing this again for a minute. So here's the thing, man. when this idea came to me when I was rucking, it was all about being on a large scale platform to really help grunts, not that bullshit that they talk about in bureaucracy. So what I'm attempting to do is with our fourth brother, who you don't always see, Tom, as DJ Knox. He's helping us get into a more professional setting to get more people. So you got to go to our YouTube channel at Speak Grunt and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because we're going to start sending more of our videos that way. And that's what we're working on, so we can get this whole setting more professional, so we can get the grunts what they need, and we can build this platform in this real community. So that's what we was up to. But like I said earlier, we needed to accomplish the mission we need to get through. And that's some stuff that we want to talk about a little bit to you tonight, about that self-discipline to help you get your mind right and do what you need to do. And then me and Whiskey Charlie and Killer Wolf will give us his opinion, and maybe Knoxville too in the comments, about a little bit of this book. So that's what took us so long. That's what's been going on. We're not looking to just be eating the shit like we ate the shit so many times, waiting on the shit to happen. We looking to get the shit right so we can fuck around and not have to stay here all night. About face, what you think about it, Sutton?
Hey, look, I just, I guess some people skipped their introduction. First time for me, really, I guess, reading a book. So I would say that reading the introduction on it so far has got me somebody that never reads, and you can ask my wife that always makes fun of me about reading. You probably can ask people back in from my high school time, but I never read. If it has pictures, I got it, man. I got that covered. But I'm also, that's probably like 90. Again, it's probably like 90% infantry on that perspective. If it has pictures, we good with it. You know, Playboy magazines and anything along that line. But outside that, it definitely got my attention just reading the introduction. And with the introduction, it's speaking on the guy that's I guess writing the book is speaking on the individual that he's writing about, and speaking about how he's learned off of him. And then with the individuals writing the book was a Navy SEAL, and just listening to the stuff that he's learned from there and how it corresponds with life, you know, and stuff like that. So,
because I'm confused like a motherfucker. I didn't read the foreword. So, who are you saying wrote the book? The book is Colonel David Hackworth, right?
Yeah.
Right, because when I didn't read the introduction, I ain't gonna lie, Grunt. I waited to the last minute to read my chapter because I can make sure I get my accountability on my chapter. And I know me, I like to read now. I've learned to, but I'm a visual, so I didn't read the introduction, but I did listen to an hour-long video from him on YouTube, and he was saying that he had a woman write the book because he wanted her to bring in that sensitive side. So
yeah, Julie Sherman. Hey, look, I could have been wrong at the time right there, but it does say Julie Sherman wrote that son of a bitch right there at the bottom. Hey, she may have wrote it, doesn't mean that it was her perspective. The gentleman I'm speaking on is the guy's perspective that he's writing upon, I guess.
No, I was attempting to be clear because I thought Colonel David Hackworth he's writing a book about his experience, and he just allowed Julie to help him write it. Colonel David Hackworth is a real motherfucking person, right?
Hey, look, DJ Knox, you better go in here and straighten me out right now. Y'all may be right, but like I said, I don't read books often, so I don't know who the fuck's talking in this book. I'm just reading it, okay?
I'm gonna drop a link. Listen. No, that's good shit though, because a lot of times I won't read the introduction. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, Grunt, because that's what Big Sarge supposed to do. So I didn't read the introduction, but I listened to an interview from fucking Colonel David Hackworth, and he said, based on the book and everything that he went through, he left the United States, lived in Australia for a long time, and it took him 5 years to write this book. But he was like, men knew war and killing and doing all that type of shit. That's easy.
No doubt there. You see that big ass thick thing right there? Hey, look, this could be an assault weapon. I as an infantryman, I'm already thinking about ways I can kill people with this son of a bitch.
Absolutely.
Hey, don't let me
Hey, that'd be like the yellow page.
Hold on. Make a hole. That's gonna be the call. When we say make a hole, we gotta shut it down, or I get a hand and arm signal.
Let me say this, man. Hey, you could take that book and hit a nigga across their head like old boy did with that lip. What was that time? You could take that book and rap a motherfucker like that with that book, man. You'll go nationwide with that bitch, man.
So look, let me jump in the chat real quick. Let me clear something up. So Knox said he was excited to be reading this book with us. Kenyatta, know you not a grunt because you don't hold the 11B identifier. No disrespect. I love you like family. You are definitely, you know, a civilian that have you grunt-like tendencies, but not a grunt. I am not gonna give you that title, brother. 0311 11B. That's what you representing, G. Big Sir said Christian Dykes, oh shit, I had to read that in officer candidate school and do a paper on it. That's cool, sir. We gonna want some of that knowledge and information from you. DJ Knox said it's about the truth of a hack. Telling it from a Joe's point of view. And then Dykes, what you said, right. Thank you, Sutton. Are you guys disrespecting this book? If so, I need to check out. No way are we disrespecting this book. We're introducing something new into the show, and someone gave us an idea. Not drop it down in the chat, the gentleman who's a veteran as well, who gave us the idea about the book, because I was going to read The Way of the Superior Man, but a grunt brother gave us the idea to read this book. So we are not disrespecting the book. What we are doing is telling our perspective on reading the book and how big and thick this damn book is. When you know grunts don't read ARs, FMs, and TAs and shit like that. Because the ones
especially this my picture, motherfucker right here. If it has pictures, I'm good. If it has pictures, look, no disrespect to the book, because I'm gonna let you know this much. For a book that catch my interest, and I've at least read more than 10 pages already. Hey, look, I'm going to read this whole entire thing, and I'm going to be able to tell y'all everything about this. And I've caught total interest in this book. So no, I'm not downing this book. I want people, want my fellow people that are actually watching this to get out there and actually purchase this book and read it and enjoy it, because I've already caught interest into it within the first 10 pages. So that's how I feel about the book right now.
This is Speak Grunt. I ain't gonna let it go, because I ain't just gonna give up like that. Speak Grunt, Grunt Speak. This is Speak Grunt, where you need to come and speak your heart, but us grunts are speaking. So let me get this straight. From Margarita Martinez, representing that 0311 Marine Corps. Shot your unit out if that's what you need to do. So let me get this straight. We're having a book club, as Killer Wolf would say, with guns, and there's no pictures. I don't know. This seems sketchy. Ha ha. You say also prior service Marine Corps. I'll pick up the book. Grunts, we appreciate that. Nope, not a book club, man. It's just looking and not just sit in the foxhole and talk shit, but to actually help people elevate their mind and get through. Some people use books, some don't. We just using this book as a reference point from an old school grunt who went through Vietnam, and he's telling his version of Vietnam from his point of view. Like, we seen some bullshit in Iraq and a waste of time, but it was the brotherhood that got you through. That's what bruh talking about too, and it seems like he gonna get into the political bullshit and the real warriors and the generals and the fighters of the day, shit like that. How all that got in the way of just being warriors and doing what this whole topic is about, self-discipline. And that's what he talked about in the beginning of the book, how in 1946 the shit switched, Killer Wolf. From real leaders and generals who actually rode on horseback and was out on the front line, who fought in wars, to fucking generals who was sitting behind the scenes pushing buttons and paperwork and giving out orders. That's
you guys,
what the book started out about.
Hell yeah, this book, we're going balls deep. You know, hey, we're dropping the balls all across them.
Killer, let me ask you what you think about that. Not to cut you off, because I don't want to get too far away from the topic. We not disrespecting the book. We gonna go into the book, and I'm gonna take the perspective of a book, each chapter that we read, and tie it into a topic that we talking about. What we're talking about today is self-discipline. You as a grunt, you as a man taking ownership and responsibility for your fucking weapon. You drop your weapon, you get on with it. You know what I'm saying? You leave something behind, you get on with it. You had to take accountability, and that's what this book is talking about. He's seen and discovered, Wolf, that a lot of the Vietnam War and shit that they was going through probably at that time in his mind thought was stupid things, and that they was just losing soldiers' lives unnecessarily. And it goes back to the first time you brought me on the show, why we don't stick together when we get home. And he talked about still having friends who he fought with. You know what I'm saying? So from that perspective of him making it all the way to colonel and be having a self-discipline to do that and still speak out on the bullshit that was going on in the military and bureaucracy, how do you believe that could affect you in the line of battle in some of the wars that you've been through and the discipline that was in you?
Okay, so we basically talk about the self-discipline that old boy had for us to get to where he was at in the military.
Yeah, a little bit of that in your life.
Yep. Okay, for us with that, you gotta have self-discipline, period, to survive in any fucking military branch. You know what I'm saying? All the way down from private to fucking colonel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I respect the guys that went to college and get the lieutenant rank as soon as they get in or whatever, but it kind of hits different if you came through them ranks. You know what I'm saying? If you was that private, you know what I'm saying? Going all the way up, you know what I'm saying? It kind of builds character. It kind of builds you know what I'm saying, basically self-discipline. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to take orders. You know what I'm saying? Even though they take orders, but I think just throwing people out there, to give orders just because educational purposes is not always good for us in a combat scene. You know what I'm saying? Because you can look at all the books in the world on how to be an infantryman, but you only gonna know how you gonna react when that first bullet fly over your motherfucking head. And the self-discipline is coming to play when that bullet fly over your head to return fucking fire and not freeze the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And protect your fellow soldier, Marine, airman, or whatever the hell else it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, self-discipline got me through the military. I ain't picked up never had no problems with PT because I practiced on weekends. Even though I got drunk, I still went to the motherfucking gym, on weekends and shit, half drunk, all that good shit. But yeah, self-discipline, man, gets you a long way in the military and in life. You know what I'm saying? But I'll get to that after, Whiskey Charlie speak his deal about the, military version of it, military side of it.
Oh shit. What? I got thrown open there in the side blinded here. Hold up a second here. I got to take a drink on this one. Being disciplined. I don't think I ever learned that really.
Nah, you it's self-discipline. Basically taking accountability for your own shit, holding the mirror up to yourself and, fixing the holes that's in that shit. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't really it's about being disciplined, but it's about yourself. So you know yourself better than anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, Killer Wolf. Hey, look, I guess with being self-disciplined, I would say that I had a lot of opportunities with being self-disciplined. I guess would be my number one thing would I guess when it came to self-discipline is my negativity toward myself. I would say doubting myself a whole lot, not knowing my actual ability every day. I think that's the biggest challenge that we all have is doubting ourselves. I mean, I know we all like, at first we're like, we're the baddest motherfucker out there, but at the same time, we all have that self-doubt and you really don't know how much you're capable of doing until you actually encourage yourself to make yourself a lot better as an individual. So I think my biggest challenge is I doubted myself a whole lot, not knowing what my true ability was. And, going through just my whole entire life and also military life is just doubting myself and not giving myself my full potential. And now to this day right now, well, actually here recently I started, I guess you say I feel more proud or more encouraged about myself now than I ever was. But that's also due to, once I got out of the military, And also while I was in there, I had a lot of battles. So I was in there, helped me encourage and help drive my I guess you self positively, drive myself positively with them being there because not only just achieving certain things, but having everybody there to help support me. And I think that's also where the military helped me out at the long end of the run is support. My battle to the left and to the right of me, always telling me that, hey man, you got this shit. Hey, we're going to do this together. And knowing that helped me through my future life, outside of the military with support of my wife, and then also support of my kids. They encourage me every day. They make me want to do better as an individual. So that's where all that comes from on that piece. But I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have a lot of things that help them out to encourage them too, though.
Hell yeah, you kind of got into the life portion of it. Self-discipline is, to me, man, basically stop blaming others. You know what I'm saying? Look at what the fuck you did wrong. You know what I'm saying? For even putting your trust in that person. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, I don't know, like me building this brand. I have to have the self-discipline to push it. I have to have the self-discipline to put my all into it. You know what I'm saying? Because people see right through that if you're not real with them. You know what I'm saying? My life is an open book. You can ask Big Sarge. Around my wife is how I act when ain't nobody else around here. You know what I'm saying? We're open book. But self-discipline, man, is taking charge of your life. It's the foundation of everything. It's the foundation of having a happy life, happy wife. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, temptation is out there. You go always see a chick that, look better than your wife, and your vice versa with your wife trying to see another guy, big muscles, whatever, look better than you. But at the same time, it's about that self-discipline of knowing, like, hey, man, would this girl be able to put up my jokes? I like to joke about a lot of bullshit, me. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I seen this strip club called Temptations.
Man, I watched a movie that's called Death by Temptation. You ever seen that?
I don't believe it.
Look it up. You know what Temptation was? It was a female. She looked good as hell, and the guys used to come in the bar, and she'll go after the ones that was married. And when she get them in the room, she will fucking, turn it to the demon and fuck them up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so she was Temptation, the demon Temptation. Look up Death by Temptation. It's an old school movie. And she'll get the guy, she'll go to the bar because she was the devil, and she'll be like, okay, she'll see somebody married and go get them. And when she get back home, she'll turn to that demon and just rip the motherfuckers apart. But yeah, man, self-discipline on temptation. You gotta know how to hold that shit, man. You gotta know how to man the fuck up. All this bullshit about motherfuckers talking about, hey, I want this woman, I want that woman. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like an insecurity to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to learn my chick. I got 15 years in. You know what I'm saying? You got to go relearn another motherfucker. But at the same time, sometimes that's good too. If the shit ain't working out, you know what I'm saying? But hey, for us with self-discipline, it's got me through my life. For us continue to work out after the military. For us health-wise and all that other shit, to live a healthy life for my kids. Well, my daughter, let me not say kids, make sure my wife ain't pregnant. Y'all got me putting S's on them in the kids. I just need one. That's all I want. But yeah, man, on self-discipline, it goes a long way, man. Hey, that's what it is, but yeah, self-discipline, man. We gotta have that foundation. I'm gonna let y'all speak.
Hey, I'm not gonna apologize. I walked away and I'm like, man, how you just gonna take off like that? You gotta be right there. I'm like, look, it's like a proud team leader moment, man. When you know you didn't put it into your guys and you've been doing it, you know what I'm saying? They got it. It just goes back weeks where I was talking about taking a break from the show, and then Wolf was like, man, I was thinking, what we gonna do? I just walked away for 5 minutes and y'all was holding it down and carrying it on. And Whiskey Charlie was giving his perspective. And a lot of time I wasn't even going out the room. I was just right there listening. You want to sometimes see, like, if you discipline yourself enough to do what you need to do in the front of your soldiers, they gonna follow you. It's like they used to say, the real leaders, you only as strong as your weakest link. Bitch, if one person in the squad can't run, y'all all can't run. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I look at the infantry like this. I look at us as cactuses, man. You know what I'm saying? We need the very little, but we'll still survive in the harshest conditions. And if you fuck with us, we'll, you know what I'm saying, give pain to you. You know what I'm saying? If you touch us wrong, we'll give pain to you, man. Remind me of the cactus, man. We survive off the least amount of shit, food, water, all that shit, but we're in the roughest conditions and we still standing tall in the sun, man.
So check this out. Hold on, let me get into these comments real quick. Oh, Whiskey Charlie, this is what I need you to do. I know you can see the comments coming through. And your madness, like, you know, just like in a team, we all have positions and responsibilities. I need you to be responsible for the comment chat box for me. I'm gonna look at it too. Maybe you might have a question or something to shoot up there, because I don't want to miss nobody as we interacting with them and me and Killer Wolf be talking like we do. But before I forget, Dyke said, Killer Wolf, the best officers have spent time as enlisted soldiers. That is 100% correct. And if I missed that while I was gone, while y'all was talking and going back and forth, my bad. But that is 100% correct. The best officer was enlisted first. The guys that come right out of college. It goes back to what the man is talking about in his book about face, Colonel Hackworth. How the shift changed from World War II to the Korean War and the Vietnam War. And he talks about how there was no big victory. This ain't no against the United States unpatriotic shit. This is a real live grunt, brother, talking about some real live war shit that we all probably felt sometimes in Iraq, Afghanistan, fucking Somalia, Grenada, wherever you may have been, Panama, Desert fucking Shield, Desert Storm. You may have felt like I'm probably over here for some bullshit in some instances, but since my brother is on my right and my left, I'm gonna make sure I get it done, because that's the grunt in me to help the people that need the help and then work hard and get my way through, not just half-ass talk about being the grunt. Like Killer Wolf said, pushing your body to the max. And he talked about this. It's like we watched that fucking show on HBO, Band of Brothers. And they talked about the Screaming Eagle dudes. And I can't remember their name, but the fucking lieutenants used to be pushing them and training them hard and shit. But they was one of the top-notch fucking units. You know what I'm saying? That's all we talking about, is disciplining yourself to not just carry the title grunt, to actually be a grunt, not just in fucking military life to hang your ribbons on, but in your real life now. Like, that's a real grunt helping his way through. And that's what this book is talking about, man. It's like, it just blew my mind. Like, it's from a standpoint of no disrespect to the military, but let's say what it is. It's all smoke and mirrors, and some of the shit y'all selling, if you just tell me the truth, some of these crazy infantry guys gonna come anyway, because it's a different walk of life. The guys that want to challenge themselves, that want to grow, they gonna come to the infantry anyway. All the misfits fit.
Usually, bro, the misfits are the gladiators. You know what I'm saying? The ones that came from broken homes. You know, shit like that, man. The low end of the barrel, man, we used to join the infantry. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know a few little college kids that had the offers on the table that went, but most of the guys I know, they was you know, low income, had some issues with court as a kid, you know, basically delinquents in life, but they out here saving the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? So should be crazy, man.
Real talk, true spitter, as my boy Nick Guns would say on my civilian sector, true lingo question. Do the VA pay for dental for grunts at 80% disability? Because I don't know. I got to check into that when I go to my next appointment.
Nah, 100%. You get free cleanings.
That's it?
Free cleanings, they'll pull teeth. And I think if you actually missing a lot of teeth, they'll refill them bitches. But
you gotta be 100%.
You gotta be total.
Hey, I guess depends on what state they to make sure you check that out. I've noticed a lot of I'm on a VA page on Facebook.
Oh.
All
right, run that back for me again, Whiskey Charlie.
I said you got to make sure what your state does. It's all based off what state you're in. There's a VA disability page on Facebook that you can follow that I'm on right now. That different states do different things.
Hey, Texas is a motherfucking veteran state. You can get anything done at that motherfucker.
God bless the greatest country in the world, Texas.
If you're a total permanent disabled vet in Texas, they gonna take fuck care of you, man. It took me to move here to figure out the way Texas treat grunts in Georgia is a total different thing. Totally.
On some Big Sarge look deeper into my eyes shit because I feel like I'm all the way to motherfuck woke. Like, I do love the fact that Texas take care of their grunts, you know what I'm saying? They take care of their veterans and shit like that. But I think it's a lot of smoke and mirrors behind that shit too, because they play on motherfuckers like Whiskey Charlie and some other little black boys too to get that old patriotic red, white, and blue bleeding in you. But then when you fucked off, you could be in trouble too. So I'm just being real. A big sergeant charge. That's what Colonel David Hackwick was talking about. Like, once you get out of a leadership position controlling men, your fucking military career is all academia and paperwork. And if you ain't fucking in the right dick sucking club, if you ain't doing the right fucking yes sir, no sir, about face sergeant major, your career is fucked.
That's how I figured anyway. I had opportunity before I got out to go higher, but I'm not gonna lie, I could have did it. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, it's not fun to me anymore. It's not like you know what I'm saying?
It's not a shout.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a paper person.
Nope.
Even though I was an NCO, I hated counseling statements. I tell my motherfucking private, hey, type this up. This is your fucking counseling statement. This is what the fuck you need to do. You know what I'm saying? But I respected people from a level, man, that most people was older than me. I was a fucking 20-year-old E5. Yeah, I got people that's 30, 40 years old and shit, be talking shit, you know what I'm saying? But they respected me as a OG 40 in the game, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm not a paper person. I'm not none of that shit. Everything the infantry to top me, I put hands on it. Triggers, guns, breaking guns down, hands on. That's it, man. You could read books about it, but you could read a book about breaking a saw down, but I put that motherfucker in front of that motherfucker, read that book, and the one that put hands on, I bet the one that got hands on go break that bitch down quicker. But hey, that's just me, man.
Hey, Killer Wolf, hey, and as they say in the, I guess you would say in the retail business or outside in the civilian life, that's the difference between a manager and a leader. You know, a manager will manage the business. A leader will lead by example. And that's what you're speaking on right there is having the correct leadership above you. It's going to lead by example. It's going to be there to support you, show you how it's done with hands-on type deal, right? So you've got the right mentality. A manager is going to manage and just expect you to do anything and everything they expect you to do, that's one thing that separates you from the best, and that's what also is going to separate you as a squad or a platoon, is if the leader can lead you to success and not just manage you to success.
You right about that, man. Even far as getting out the military, I always did want to do what the fuck I want to do. I want to have my name on some shit. I want to be the fucking boss. Far as a motherfucker telling me this, that, and the third, what I can't do or can't do this, none of that shit, man. I'm an infantryman. I can do what the fuck I want to do if I put my mind to it. You know what I'm saying? We all bosses. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta get out there and pull that shit in and believe in some shit, man. All that other bullshit, these motherfuckers complaining about the government, complaining about all this other bullshit, man. America's about money over color.
Hey, look,
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, instead of quit fucking complaining about it and get out here, because the world's gonna continue to be cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? If you sell clothes, long as you sell 1% of the motherfucking market, you still eating. You go down the fucking bread aisle. They got all kinds of different breads. Everybody there eating, every different brands. You know what I'm saying? Put your shit out there, man.
Texas toast.
And with leadership that the military teaches you, we all should be able to run some stuff, businesses, whatever the fuck we want to do. So,
Man, y'all said a mouthful. I got a bunch to say, but let me get in this chat real quick. So thank you, DJ Knox on the background scene, dropping a link in there. Big man, I don't know what to call you, sir. It's just the old school grunt in me. If I know you're an officer, I call you sir, but like not like in that way, just to respect things. So if you have something you prefer to be called, Christian Dykes, LT, Karate Chop, let me know. Drop it down in the comments so I don't feel all crazy. Anybody that's out here, any of you grunts, you got a code name you go by. Some you like to just be called Jew. You know what I'm saying? It's the platoon. Like I've always had that big brother like feel. Big Sarge fit me. Whiskey Charlie coined me that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me calling him Whiskey Charlie. Like it fit me. Wolf talked about that. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting to be that type of leader that did paperwork. That wasn't me. That's why I got out at E6. I walked away at 15 years because I knew next step was E7. And no offense, once you hit that point, you all about doing paperwork and bullshit. You're not connected to the soldiers anymore. And I got in to be connected to the soldiers. Now, I'm not saying you cannot be a platoon sergeant that's really connected to the soldiers, but if you're a career guy, you're not that much connected to the soldiers anymore because the Army has shifted, just like this book talks about, from the warrior mentality, that leadership, that fatherhood, that brotherhood mentality into a individual me, school, master's degree, see me type shit, but you wasn't a fighter on the ground. Like, I've been around leaders who know fucking FM 7-8, AR 3-11. You know what I'm saying? You could correct me if I'm wrong. They knew that shit. They knew battle drill 1 through 6, battle drill 1 alpha. They knew that break contact shit. But then when you got on the field, they couldn't do any of that shit. They didn't see any of that shit. And that's what he's talking about, Colonel David Hackworth, in his book. All we talking about is self-discipline. Yes, as veteran grunts, we looking to help people get through, but you got to want to help you too. He talked about this shit. Yes, sir. I did read it. Dyke said, you actually read it, brother. Fuck yes. That's a part of who I am. A grunt don't want to be put out there to make look like an asshole. Is your weapon clean? Roger, Sergeant. When I start finger banging that bitch and licking my finger and digging all in certain crevices and everything, and I found out it's dirty, you know you're going to have to give me some. So I knew I couldn't get on here and talk about a grunt book and just go off my natural flow. I could, but the real grunt's going to pull you out. So yes, I actually read the book. It's a wonderful fucking book, and that was Lieutenant Dykes, Band of Brothers. You was Lieutenant Dykes. So, Big Killer Wolf, man, my shooter, my little young lion, as I like to call him, low key sometimes. He like a young lion, big brother. Like, I remember when we talk about fucking basic training, I remember would I consider taking you under my wing? Like, okay, I'm not gonna feed young blood the bullshit because I already see the game. The easiest way through the army is to do the fucking army. Learn what you can learn and get your benefits. And all they doing is helping you be a better fucking version of you. That's all they looking to do. But if you don't take advantage of that shit, you're gonna be lost. And that's what this dude is talking about in the book. He called the real bullshit out. You know what I'm saying? And he stayed at the tip of the spear. He wasn't just a whistle fucking blower who was a piece of shit. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit, because y'all know I believe in the Lord, whatever you call it for you. So I'm watching, that's my mama's son. That's my mama's seasoning. You know, I'm my mama's son. Tommy Brown tearing down the whole motherfucking Stephen A. Smith, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes. I mean, he tearing down some shit on the whole motherfucking NBA brotherhood type of clique shit, right? He tearing down some shit and exposing some shit that ain't real. All Colonel David Hackworth is doing to me is tearing down and exposing some ugly shit that the guys in the infantry deal with that really go through battle. Not that we know bitch niggas and we was afraid of war. Oh, bitch soldiers, take it how you want to take it. Quote me what you want to quote me. I'm Big Sarge, large and in charge of my motherfucking self. Now you got me up off the shelf. I'm my mama's son. That's what he told me. And Colonel Hackworth was just calling out what he's seen. Like, you got young lions that's willing to fight and do their thing, but the ones that was disciplined was able to get through because the fucking army was just sending them through the cannon fire. Cannon fodder. You was just another fucking number. But the ones that was smart, they got it. Take advantage of them like they taking advantage of me. And if I use this shit that the army is teaching me to be a better soldier, I could be a better me. It's all about self-discipline and taking responsibility. All right, Whiskey Charlie, what you got? You say why, Whiskey Charlie? And then maybe y'all can respond to what Brother Dyke said real quick.
Hold on a second here.
Location, where you at, battles, speak, haha. Where you at? Okay, cool. Here we go. I will always be a captain. This is what Dykes is saying. I will always be a captain, but I got out because of the BS. You can call me Christian now. Cool. I'll address you as Christian. I might need a reminder sometimes. I'm just an old, crusty E6 man. I just gonna call it as respect thing the way I got in. No disrespect, but Christian. I'm learning that. I feel like you are attacking me, but you know I led from the front. My NCOs yelled at me and told me to get behind them. You were there. Okay, first off, sir, I'm not attacking you because I remember who you are in physical presence, but I don't all the way 100% remember the relationship. And I'm trying to bring it together, so you have to give me other stories. I don't remember us together in Echo Company, Iraq like that because I was up under Sergeant Kibbe and Sergeant Nelson brought me in. But if I'm not mistaken, you wasn't my platoon leader when I was at NTC. So I know you from Alpha Company more than Echo Company. I'm not disrespecting you. I respect you because I know you as a hard-charging motherfucker who was kind of small and quiet, but you wasn't one of the fucking LTs that fudged your PT cards. You hold soldiers to standards that you didn't do. That wasn't you. So I remember that about you. Small, not small like in frail bitch-like, but small as in stature, quiet, peaceful, humble man, dark hair, and you was cool. But I don't remember our time in theater, but I remember you and I respect you as a man and a leader. So no, I'm not coming for you at all. I'm just actually freeing me and giving you all the Big Sarge E, the good, bad, and motherfucking ugly, because it's self-discipline that got me to right here where I'm in today. And I respect the fact that we got an officer coming our way, supporting us and saying that, like Colonel David Hackworth said, it ain't no bullshit here. We just men respecting one another, and we see the bullshit on both sides. So that's what I got. That's what I got. What did you get?
Oh, goddamn. Wait, I thought you were with Bravo Company. Oh, he was with Bravo.
See, Dykes, Christian, I was at Alpha Company, first of the 125, FIBA. And Sergeant Donnell and Sergeant Kibbe, they can't
choking on that dick.
My wife's dick. She got a big clit. I lick it a lot. That's my battle right there. We get down in our fart shack and we fart together.
Yes. Hey, whoa.
Hey,
You get me turned on here. Don't be talking about that.
Hey, they don't call me Big Sarge for a reason. You got to know your motherfucking Joes. I know how I go. You can't outdo me. They let me loose now.
Let's let them loose. Let's let them loose.
I was not with Bravo Company. I was with Alpha First of the 125. I do believe we're connected because you're not a Texas lieutenant of mine. It was Michigan. I don't remember you like that with us in Iraq, unless you were third platoon leader. I do remember Lieutenant Greenwood, Lieutenant Zinke, because they asked as well. Lieutenant Greenwood from the Navy, he was swole as shit. That's why I remember him. Lieutenant Zinke was fucking admin guy who got fucking fired basically from his platoon. Then it was a bunch of shit that went on. So, anyhow, I was at Alpha Company. No disrespect to you. I would not come on this platform and attempt to disrespect my brothers. Now, will I disrespect the government from time to time and maybe the red, white, and blue? That's motherfucking true. That's just how I come through because I was down in the battle in the front line and I know the shit that the brothers go through. But I understand it was the discipline that the Army gave some of us and some of us came with that help us get through. And that's our job, just to pass that shit along. That's all I'm attempting to do.
Hell yeah, like sending you into a battle without the ammunition you need. That's how the fuck we rolled, man. We had to fucking take our Bradleys, cover up the HE round sensors, and load that bitch with armor pistol rounds in both motherfucking cause we ain't have the rounds. We ain't have what we need to go to battle. All the way down to the motherfucking Bradleys. Because we got, motherfucking stage getting blew up, so we ran through the motherfucking Bradleys everybody got trained on. So we had to go back to the dinosaur tracks. You know what I'm saying? So you got these new privates, all that shit. They don't know shit about that shit. But hey, it's some shit they failed at, but hey, self-discipline. You know what I'm saying? If you're that NCO, which was me, I trained on the dinosaur Bradley. So I knew how to go back and teach everybody, bring everybody up to speed. Self-discipline, man. You got to overcome shit just with life. You get knocked the fuck down, get the fuck back up, baby.
Well, I was going to say something, but the only thing I got to say right now is I'm about to go here and take a piss. So if anybody wants to come and hold it for me, all you need is a pair of tweezers. I said twizzers.
Hey, that boy shit so small, piss on his balls.
Hey, it's like a waterfall.
Get your ass up out of here, boy. You shit so small, piss on your balls, man. But yeah.
Dude, hey, don't be telling my secrets out there, man. Hey, look, it rolls off the balls into there. It looks like a waterfall, you guys. It's a majestic vision there for y'all.
Hey, you can keep all that, brother. You keep all that. Too much information.
Hey, don't be jelly, bro.
Real talk, true spit on some grunt shit in the foxhole. Take it how you want to take it. It's a part in this book. Let me see if I can find it because I motherfucking highlighted some shit. Let me get my phone because I'm about to get you. I'm about to hit y'all with some shit because I highlight some shit.
Don't highlight too much there, okay?
Shut up.
You better keep my secrets out of it.
At ease your cock holster. When I want you to speak, I speak for you.
Yeah, you need to get in the shower after pissing on yourself, man.
Hey, look, I'm trying to get rid of the athlete's foot off my balls, okay?
Okay, so cool.
What you got, Big Saul?
What up?
What you got?
Okay, he's saying, let me get these motherfucking glasses off. I have to see.
Oh my God, Grandpa over here putting the glasses on.
Man, fuck you. You're just gonna have to see what it look like because I need to be able to see.
That's what she said.
Big Sarge eyes.
That's what it looks like.
All right, so cool. He said, Whoever said there aren't any atheists on the battlefield was dead right. Motherfuckers, I guess, that don't believe in good and evil. I used to think atheists just believed in the devil and not in Jesus. Well, after some research, I found out that that was wrong, at least just my belief, but people paint you the story. Anyhow, often when we be sitting around our little fires, one of the guys in the platoon would play his guitar and we would sing. You tell me a motherfucking infantry company that don't have a motherfucker that play a guitar and people come around and sing, white boy, black boy, Asian boy, fucking Islander boy, somebody playing a guitar. And if you ain't got a motherfucker in the infantry that play a guitar, you ain't in the fucking infantry platoon, okay? Whether you in a tank, Bradley, Stryker, fucking Abrams, whatever you in. So anyhow, ACO, BCO, ECO, because you crack me up and make me feel better. That's absolutely right, sir. I know who you is, and we definitely gonna stick together. I know who you are. I just don't remember your command over our platoon and where we was at specifically. But I fucks with you. I like you. I respect you as a person. I knew you was a bad motherfucker in the 125 infantry, though. I knew that, silent but deadly. Like the Bruce Lee shit that you do before I even knew you did Taekwondo too. So thank you for rocking with us. Make sure you keep sharing with us. Anyhow,
silent but deadly like my farts.
What? What the fuck? Hey, Grunt speak. By Grunts for Grunts. Killer Wolf told me once before we needed to be more real. We ain't a motherfucking book club. When we a club of dudes that got books, there's books and books and books and knowledge, a real life experience for you. So we just let you just a platoon, baby.
I want to tell people, bro, don't take me too serious. I'm gonna speak my macho shit. I'm gonna say, man, this motherfucking speak grunt. This ain't no motherfucking book club. You know what I'm saying? But don't take me too serious. You know, we joke with each other. You know what I'm saying? We had the nerds in the platoon. We had people that like to read. We had all that shit. So, you know. But yeah, this ain't no goddamn book club. Because most of these motherfuckers ain't about to pick that shit up anyway, unless they talk about they gonna get a free bottle of motherfucking cognac or something with that shit. But yeah, you know, we spreading the word, so we speaking Grunt.
Somebody
we're speaking, we're not reading.
We're gonna go get the book. But let me finish this passage for you real quick, and I'll tell you why it came to me, because just thinking about the shit that we go through in war, and we talking about the discipline, right? So he's saying, you sit around the campfire, you know, somebody plays guitar, and we would sing. The songs were all religious ones, like Down by the Riverside, where we'd be laying down our swords and shields, but, you know, oh, please, dear Jesus, hear my plea. Some of us now might not admit that, but we know how it went down. Where we'd be laying down our swords or whatever, just a closer walk with thee. But there were also songs of great camaraderie. And a most magic feeling would always pour out when we sang, a feeling that 3D platoon, our platoon, was our family, our whole life. And somehow between God and our brothers, we were going to make it through. So as I pounded down this ditch, I did what I had to do, right? No, this is not a book club, but us being speaking for Grunts, by Grunts, and helping Grunts getting through. Listen to me, man. This is somebody that went through one of the deadly areas too. Deadly eras of war too, in the Vietnam era. Who was able to come through? Who was able to come through? We all got a responsibility for what we have to do, but it's just interesting to me, Whiskey Charlie, when you read this book, like, damn, even back in the day, they had to go through, they dealt with the bullshit and the bureaucracy too, but you still had to be the soldier and the warrior in you and do what you had to do, because you knew it was bigger than you. What you got, Whiskey Charlie?
Hey, it's always, hey, look, I'm white. It's always bigger than me. I'm just going to throw that out there, okay? But we won't talk about that.
How is it bigger than you because you white?
We ain't gonna touch on that subject, okay? Okay. You just go to you just go to youporn.com and it'll speak all on what I'm talking about or on that situation.
Hey, I think the book really just one chapter in is an amazing book from a combat point of view.
Hey, look, I'm gonna let you know this much. Not even a chapter in. It's the sad part. Not even a chapter in. Again, this is me speaking on me as an individual that doesn't read books. I'm gonna let you know this much. Doesn't read any book. I can care less about reading books. I think I could do better at listening to books, but I have attempted and I have started to read this book because my fellow battle told me to read this book, right? And I've read the introduction, only introduction on this book, and it has me interested, and it has me to the point to where, excuse me, it has me thinking on like, hey, you know what? I'm really interested on here and finding out who this individual is and what they're about, right? But I'm to piggyback off of Big Sarge over here when it comes to that situation. What he was talking about earlier, it's like when it comes to this book, I'm interested into seeing what they did back in the day. When it comes to all the situations they've seen through. Like I'm gonna tell you what, I work retail, but I make sure, and I think it's just out of my perspective, also because of my dad, fellow, I guess being a fellow infantryman or just a fellow serviceman, I guess you could say serviceman, right? I don't care what branch you serve, whatever else, but I make sure I acknowledge every Vietnam vet, every person that served prior to me. I make sure I acknowledge them to the point to where I let them know that, hey, I appreciate you for your service. And of course, a lot of times they're like, did you serve too? And I'm like, yeah, I did. I did my little time, whatever else. And then I explain my story. And they're like, I appreciate you. But I was like, look, I could not do my part without you doing your part, right? Because at the end of the day, the people that served in Vietnam War and prior to has done so much more, and they were disrespected and compared to what we are to this day. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of pieces that I believe that we can be. I really can't say more accepted, but at the same time, huh?
Say that shit, Whiskey Charlie.
Look, I believe that there's a lot more opportunities, for the U.S. to what better have done for them. I believe I believe it's unseen. I believe it's unseen or not acknowledged. I would say to that point, acknowledged. I believe that the youth of the nation at this day and time should be more acknowledged or more knowledge on of what has happened in the previous life experience for not only just say just vets, but I just say in history itself. I think there's a block or just in general for all people to understand what happens in the past and what is different to this to what has happened to this day.
I'm chewing right now. That's why I'm not saying anything.
I got to you already know what the hell's going on. Maybe he came back.
Shit, hey, my bad, man. My motherfucking phone wasn't even much charge, and that bitch had went out, so I had to go plug up.
So let him see the way he flips when he came back?
That's this, babe. That's all it is, too.
I can tell you this much. It wasn't a white man.
Hey, never that, brother. Never that, man. Never that, man.
So,
but what I miss?
You I don't think it's much, to be honest. Go ahead, Whiskey.
You didn't miss much. I'm just gonna repeat what he said.
Yeah. We were talking about. Hold on. Okay. You heard me talk to Christian about what unit I knew him from and all that. We just was kind of talking about the book a little bit. about him taking responsibility and self-discipline and things like that, getting his unit through. And I'm gonna jump in these chats real quick. Goop, he said, Whiskey Charlie, try audiobooks. You might be more of an auditory learner. Yeah, visual, auditory, kinesthetic. Visual.
If you're willing to pay for it, I'll do it.
Hey, you might not even, yeah, because I did look on YouTube for audio book on a book today so I could listen to it before I read
like $30, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't on there for free. I tell you that shit, okay? So that's why I listened to that hour intro. But you got auditory with 60%. You got visual with 60% of the world. Learn by visual what they see. You got auditory, I think, was like 30. And then the other one is like the kinesthetic, which is having to actually do it. That's how they see. But anyhow, Goot said maybe you should listen to that shit, and that might work out better for you. But it
How
also
about you listen to my balls, Goot?
it is also good. It is also something good from a scientific standpoint, or just on some real shit about that hand body, that eye hand coordination of actually doing it. Killer Wolf talk about not reading a lot, but actually doing it. It's the practicality of application that sometimes we forget. Like in the infantry, you always applying the pressure. You always doing a lot more shooting. You always doing a lot more rucking, running, bullshit like that. So not only do you listen to that shit auditory, get up, challenge your mind, and read it, right? But anyhow, I said you can listen to that shit in audiobooks. Dyke said, Christian said, I can give you several books. I'm notorious. I like to still call people by their last name, soldiers.
Fuck you, dude.
Christian said, I can give you several books. I can give you several book recommendations that are not 1,000 pages. And I said, fuck yes, send me all the books that you want to send me, because Big Sarge don't have a problem with reading and introducing and learning some shit, because I learned even all the way going back to Genghis Khan, the great fucking leaders. They all read and strengthened their mind. Not only did they just do it practically like motherfucking Big Killer Wolf, they also read the things that intrigued their mind.
I didn't read a motherfucking thing, and I was a killing motherfucker.
I didn't say you read it. I said they did practicality. Means you actually did it out by practicing the shit. You practice what you preach. They read and
hey, then we had Lieutenant Colonel Rainey, the baddest motherfucker ever walked land. And all that motherfucker did know how to read was battle maps to go raid some shit. That's all we need.
That's what he was at.
But you know, I show respect to all the readers, man. It's just not my learning style. My learning style is with ease. That's all. I don't mean no disrespect to the people that like to read. You know what I'm saying? But hey, just what it is.
That's why I love you.
I feel you, Killer Wolf. I feel you on that one. Fuck that. Like, don't get me wrong. Look, again, I'm attempting to read this book. Look, I never, and again, I'm going to reiterate this. I've never read a full book, even in high school. I've cheated off people to answer questions on tests. That's because I'm infantryman. Right? Look, I scored the maximum of 32, which is the lowest score you can get on the ASVAB.
Yeah, they the cold part, I made Christmas trees on my ASVAB, like with the dots, and I still passed.
What y'all talking about? In 1999, I didn't even take my ASVAB. I was so fucked up. My recruiter sent somebody there. I failed it the first time. But when I went back in 2001, when I say that was 98 the first time, 7 years statute of limitations. I don't know if that shit worked for the government, but oh well. Big Sarge in charge of my motherfucking self. Come find me. Anyhow, when I went back in the National Guard and I took the test, I think I got like a 57 on that bitch. But anyhow.
God damn, you smart ass son of a bitch.
Hey, my recruiter was smirking, laughing like this nigga barely passed. He probably ain't think he was gonna pass, but you about to roll out. He like, hey, get your shit. We roll. I like, I passed. I had to ask that motherfucker. I really passed.
Hey,
Sergeant Smith, look. Whenever I went in, whenever I passed my ASVAB, they said, okay. When I first went in, and you know me, ADHD as a motherfucker, right? They said, hey, you should eat a Snickers and drink a Red Bull. It seemed to help everybody else. What the fuck are you talking? Okay, I'm doing that. I'm eating a Snickers. I'm drinking Red Bull. I finished the test in like 20 minutes. Everybody else took like, the 2 hours that it's supposed to be taken. I scored exactly 32. They're like, hey, we've got 3 jobs for you. I said, okay, what do you got for me? And they're like, hey, infantry. I said, I'm going with B. I'm going with infantry.
I had the combat engineer choice.
Oh, that's what they give you then. Hey, Shooter, what time you gotta go pick up the missus? I know it's 23:30 your time. You good over there? You muted, boss. You muted.
Yeah, I gotta be there in an hour. We like fucking 10 minutes away from the airport.
Okay, you just let us know because we still going. So anytime y'all need to sit it down, the topic is so good.
I'm just gonna guys how these Band-Aid things are here.
Hold on, man. Say that again. You about to shut it down because your spandex is getting too tight over there?
Check out the whiteness.
Yeah. All that yards you got out there putting up them fences, you ain't getting no sun. You got a fucking farmer's tan, don't you? Your whole center mass is butt ass white like Wolf's cabinets behind you.
Hey, these are gray. Those are gray. Let me get the color tone right.
Hey, on my end, I ain't gonna speak for Whiskey Charlie. They look about white as Whiskey Charlie's non-tan skin. He won't be called white chocolate. It ain't a chocolate streak on his body except for this wrong.
Hey, don't judge me by the skin color, dog. Come on now.
That's why I love y'all, man. Because y'all my brothers, man. Like, y'all really are my brothers. And if you don't take responsibility for your own shit, man, nothing we say at the end of the day. In the infantry, that's what you learn. We like to do your job.
Look here. If you don't take responsibility for your own shit, you fucked up. And that's some reality for your motherfucking ass. We could give you all the motivation in the world. But if you don't take responsibility for yourself, you fucked up. Deal with it. We still dealing with it every day. So, hey, deal with the shit. Stop complaining and let's get this shit done, man.
Hey, man, this has been Speak Grunt Speak. Well, we've been speaking to you about self-disciplining yourself and using some real shit. Because you know what's grunts? We got the war hero grunt, and it's always somebody in a platoon, whether they say it or not, want to hear about a bad motherfucker with a CIB that came before him and seen some shit, know the bullshit too. Well, here's the book. It's right here for you. Nope, we're not a motherfucking book club, but we want to see the grunt come through. And I'm only a chapter in. That's what I've seen too, but it's all about that self-discipline in you. If your shit ain't working, it's because you ain't cleaning your shit.
Oh, you better check that bitch first. If your shit ain't working, you better check that bitch.
This is my rifle. This is my gun. This is for fucking and this is for fun. If your motherfucking weapon ain't clean and that bitch jam, you ain't got nobody to blame but you. So, Grunts, you got to discipline yourself in order to get through. And this motherfucking civilian life, because it's easy too. You just got to discipline you. That's it. I'm done. I'm through. I don't know what else y'all got to say unless y'all just want to hang out for a while.
Hey, listen here. Hey, all I got to say is I've seen Victor Miguel or whatever the fuck his name is on there. But I know he's one of my fellow battles. But I think we should invite him if he's willing to accept the invite next Sunday to come on Speak Grunt. And show that beautiful Mexican ass fucking face of his on this page.
That's right. That's what I need y'all to do. Yes, we start with you.
We're calling him out. We're calling him out. Let's see if he's going to come on here and speak.
Corporal to Sergeant Smith is asking you. I can't tell you now. You're a civilian. I could.
We're telling you his ass. He better show his little ass up.
We're going to send you a link to be on. If you want to be on Speak Grunt to tell your story, talk about your story, I need you to hit us in the chat too. You can send that thing through Facebook DM.
Hey, he sent this down like Charlie Brown.
Okay, cool. You can send that thing through YouTube message. Much love to you, Christian. We need you to tune in too, and I will send a link to you. You can download Discord, and then we can bring you on.
He stays down like 4 flat tires. Oh, shit.
So we gonna make that happen. If that's something you want that we need you to do, Grunt, so you can speak about you. Go ahead. What you got for him, Whiskey Charlie?
Hey, Kristen Dykes. Hey, if you're down too, man. Hey, look. If you want to speak out on here, get down here and tell us how you feel. Maybe bring up a topic of your own. Like, hey, we're all about it, man. Hey, that's what we're here for. Hey, we're Speak Grunt.
From the
you're not here just to listen. We're here to let you speak also. So if you got something to talk about, if you want to express your feelings on a certain situation, man, speak out. That's because the hell we are, Grunts. We speak out. We just don't wait in line. We speak in front of everybody.
Make a hole coming through. You know what it is when they smell.
Fuck your hole. We're making a hole
coming through. Hey, listen. Now we're gonna close out with this story. 2010. We just leave Iraq. You know, Sutton, Bravo, first of the 141 Bulldogs. We leave Iraq. You welcome, sir. We leave Iraq and we go back. Now, it's a group handful of us that went from E4 to E5, corporals to team leaders, E5s. Me, Duplo, Torres, Z, Sergeant Carl, and Sergeant Maggie-Yan. Nope, Gates wasn't with us.
It was Corporal.
Yeah, but anyhow, we not listen to this fucking story, Whiskey Charlie, okay? I didn't even come okay? Big Sarge is in charge right now, myself and you. Hold on, at ease. So anyway, let me keep talking my shit. We go to PLDC, WLC. We drive from Texas to motherfucking Louisiana. We drive through Louisiana after that guy, that young man that was African-American got drugged or two white friends.
Hey, I got a roll, brother.
All right, see you later, man.
All right.
Hey, bro, we done speaking. If one gotta go, we gonna go in just a minute as soon as I finish this story. So anyhow, we go to WLC. You know, Grunts, we making fun. We invite her, Viger, Texas, whatever it may be.
Hey, it's Viger, Texas. That's where I'm at right now.
Well, Vider, Texas. That was the place where the young man that was African American got drugged, or is that Viger? Which is that?
So if you actually look it up, it didn't happen in Vidor. It happened in Jasper.
Oh, so that happened in Jasper. So I knew it was one of them that was rough. But anyhow, we was in Vidor at the motherfucking Burger King, and the infantry guys was making
fun. Hey, you're right down the road from my house. Why didn't you stop by?
What was it fucking 2011? We didn't even have a house probably. We just got home. So we driving to the Burger King. I'm the only black guy, so they're making fun of me. Anyhow, we go to the PLDC WLC. We show up late in civvies. Meacham got on flip-flops. We walk in the door.
Oh, shit, Meacham.
Listen to me. None of us read the fucking the orders to showing up to WLC. We listened to NCOs and just did what the fuck we wanted to do as seasoned salty NCO. We showed up to the fucking gym facility where everybody was at 15 or 20 minutes late. The whole fucking class was in there in PTs, and we all walked in eating fucking Burger King. And it was right on time with you taking your shirt off. And they said, "Where y'all from?" We said, "Texas." They said, "Oh shit, let me guess. Y'all are motherfucking." We all said in unison, 11 Bravo. This motherfucker said the damn infantry. Y'all always doing what y'all want to do by your own rules. But at the end of the fucking WLC2, All the infantry guys who graduated with honors is the one that came through. It's that discipline in you, Grunt, that helped you get through. So you got to keep on seeing that discipline in you to find your way through. And that's what motherfucking Colonel Hackworth is talking about too. I'm done, Whiskey Charlie. I'm through.
Hey, I feel you on that one, man. Hey, like I think we had that good show today, but I want to really hear. I want to hear from our viewers. Like, let us know how you feel. Let us know what you want to see, what you want to hear, what you want to talk about, and let us know if you really want to be on the page. Hey, you guys, we'll throw you any of y'all in here, and we'll get you in here and speak on how you really feel about the situation or any situation that's going on. So definitely speak a grunt. Don't be a shy little bitch. Because if you're not speaking, that's what the fuck you are. You're a shy little bitch. You might as well be a fucking pogue.
Person other than a grunt.
Yes.
If
you know what that means, you're a fucking pogue. If you know what a pogue means, you're a fucking pogue.
This is by grunts for grunts, where everybody is welcome, but everybody cannot and will not be a member. You know, just in case you don't remember.
Fuck your couch.
You got a whole certain identifiers for you. 11 Bree, 11 Charlie, 0311. You can come through too. And I don't want to forget about my 19 Deltas because I know some that's going to come through and attempt to check Big Sarge, but not really. It's some old school G's who I know what they talking about. So you know what it is. You know what you've done. We call out all posers. You cannot run. So this is Speak Grunt, and we do this, and it ain't just about having fun. It's also about helping you learn. Hun.
Hey, that's right. Hey, look, hey, you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and let y'all know ahead of time because he will be on next go around. Victor, you are chosen for next Sunday.
11 Alpha? Oh, shit, that's a new one. You got to explain that on me. I got you. Keep going, Whiskey Charlie. I'm just looking at the comments because sometimes I fuck up the MOSQ identifiers. 11 Alpha, let me know what that is, sir. We got Victor on next Sunday. Go ahead, Whiskey.
And that's what I'm saying. Hey, Victor, you better be ready. You better have your big boy pants on. I hope you're infantry. If you're not, you better have your pants down and ready to get fucked.
What just happened? You know what? Luckily for me, fortunately for you, I'm Big Sarge, and Speak Grunt flows through me too. Whiskey Charlie and Victor Goot know each other real close from our last deployment too. So let me warn you. I know it's Man Love Thursdays and Whiskey Charlie be learning it, but they like first cousins on the kissing side. So I just want you to know that this is safe. It's okay. No cap, no homo. No offense to nobody. The infantry accept everybody. All letters in the alphabet. As long as you can shoot, move, communicate, you good to go. But if you come with that punk shit, then you go no. Shoot, move, communicate. That's your job. Do your mission. Okay. 11 Alpha Bravo is an infantry officer. Okay, that's what's up. That's good. I'm putting it in my calendar. Ooh, wee! Look at the. Oh shit, son of a bitch. I got a dinner that day, so okay. Well, I'll figure it out. I have the instructions. That's the one. That is the 1 year anniversary for Speak Grunt Speak, which started out as Grunt Talk. This is gonna be interesting. Here's what I need you to do. Oh, you mother. Here's what I need you to do. Hold on. I'm about to give it to you. Here's what I need you to do. Whiskey Charlie. Talk to him for a minute, Whiskey Charlie. Please do, because I'm looking up something real quick.
He wants me to talk to you. So there's this one time at band camp.
Oh man, tell him about band camp. Is this the handcuff?
One time at basic training, there was this M4 that I shoved right up my ass. I played a trumpet with it, and it felt great. That's all you should know. I ain't gonna go into any more details. Y'all can just use your imagination on that piece right there, because it was just about right.
It was something I was coming to YouTube for, to tell y'all, to show y'all that I was thinking about. What was we just talking about, Whiskey Charlie? Let me go back to my comments.
Victor, fucking same time every Sunday. We fuck up every time, but just get on there about. We'll invite you. You'll see it pop up. But at least, what you see on
2030. Stop, Whiskey.
2030.
Charlie, we just discussed this. 2030.
Did I not just say that, Big? Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, boss.
You damn right. Wakanda forever.
Yes, a massive. Yes, a massive.
Anyhow, hey, cocaine's a hell of a drug. That's what's the name said. I forgot what I went to my other page to look for. It was something in the notes that I was thinking about before we let y'all go. Hey, the officer put it in my calendar. Maybe it'll come back to me. Sounds like a good time either way. All of the homo, you want that Man Love Thursdays. What time, y'all? 2030. 2030 from here on out is what, and 21:30 on that East Coast Standard Time, on that Pacific Time in the Cali Coast. That might be 7:30 on for Pacific Standard Time. So there you go. If you're
watching from California, fuck you.
Fuck your couch. What was my first deployment or second deployment? Fuck your couch. That was second deployment. That was Charlie. Fuck your couch.
Fuck you.
Oh, was that fuck you? That was Toaster and them. So yeah, okay. Anyhow, I think it morphed into fuck your couch, where it started there from the Dave Chappelle.
I will fuck your couch. Hey, look, I will fuck it no matter what kind it is.
But anyhow, at the end of the day, man, you need to learn how to do things your way. That's gonna help you uplift some people with what you say. That's it, man. Really, that's all I gotta say. We already said, drop down in the chat. We got Victor Miguel Campo, the Goot. Next week, anniversary. That's what I was looking up, the 1 year anniversary. And I was looking up this movie because it was something that I wanted to talk to you about real quick. Because the movie that I watched last year was pretty legit. It's based on a true story. Hold on. I gotta find out what the get YouTube time my channel. My movie. Do you remember the name of that movie that came out with those guys in Iraq? I mean Afghanistan, those soldiers. What the hell was the name of that movie? It was an amazing movie that just came out last year sometime.
I don't know, but I keep on seeing a bug on my chest over here.
A bug on your chest?
It's not there really. I think it's on the screen of my phone.
I tell y'all what, I'll find it and I'll put it in the chat, but I don't remember the name of that movie, and I don't know if I logged y'all out.
He said Hurt Locker.
Hold on. Say that again?
Hurt Locker.
Hell no, I know Hurt Locker. The hell wrong?
Gutierrez, it's not a Hurt Locker.
Fucking, no way. That's engineer movie anyway. And it's not real. It's not the Hurt Locker. But thank you anyway. I'm gonna tell you what it is in 1 second. It's named the Hurt Locker. It's called the fucking Outpost. That's what it's called. The Outpost.
That's what it's called.
The Outpost. Here's what Victor, the show goes on at 20:30, but you'll need to meet with the group beforehand. Whiskey Charlie will reach out to you and give you the specific offline. So that means Whiskey Charlie, you got to get with me and get the specifics. Yes, you heard the fucking special forces.
No shirt. No shirt. No shirt.
What I need you to do for me?
I think we do no shirt. No shirt for the anniversary.
People that don't read books, but all us grunts like to take a look, and we all watch movies while we was deployed. We coming up on our 1 year anniversary. So I want you to go back and I want you to watch The Outpost. The Outpost is the very first show that I watched and I talked about. The first show of Grunt Speak. If you want to know, go back May 30th, 2020, May 31st, 2020, 2020, yeah. 2020, the very first show of Grunt Speak. Go back and watch The Outpost, and we're going to talk a little bit about that and how those grunts had to band together and overcome some shit. For real, for real. So we'll tie in something from the book, the next chapter, and we'll take a look at The Outpost and how people actually got through. And what the fuck would they say about you? What would your story be? How did you overcome your crazy insanity? The Outpost. You see Whiskey Charlie, he got his nipples out looking like a light-skinned version of Cheech and Chong, American Red, White, and Blue, Billy Ray Cyrus. I mean, he could be representation of so many things. Like,
Hey, look, don't judge your skin by this color, okay?
I love you, Whiskey Charlie. You look like the guy that I remember, even though I know you're a different man than what you used to be. You were like my young private who was crazy and who just lived vicariously. You didn't give a fuck. You would run yourself to death, to get a 14-minute 2-mile, be breathing like a crazy jackrabbit, and you'll do some stupid shit that just don't make sense, but you always were willing to get it done.
Hey, look, I used to run like a jackrabbit, now I jack off like a jackrabbit.
You got a wife for that shit.
Hey, look, she's asleep.
Here's the thing. We'll talk about that later. You might want to help her. That's a whole nother subject for us Grunt brothers, because the more we learn us, the more they want to love on us, because they know that's part of our communication, see? But you got to get to know me. But hey, DJ Knox, he talked about what time the show go on. Fuck no, it wasn't a Hurt Locker. Goot said, never mind, I'll check it out for sure. I'm going to let y'all go because it's going on 11 p.m. and I want to go chill with my wife and talk to her about some things that I went on with them. Excuse me. Being some things I'm taking care of in the family. Shooter Wolf went to go pick up the Mrs. G and Whiskey Charlie, red, white, and blue. That's what we see. Peace. This Grunt Speak. We'll see you next week for the 1-year motherfucking anniversary, Whiskey Charlie.
Hell yeah. Let's do it, baby.
Hey, you know what we gonna have to do after that? We gonna have to, all right, peace, we out. I'm gonna tune out on y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna give y'all something to go home to, because you know that's what we do. I'm gonna give y'all something to go home to. That's nice and Big Sarge. Get to work. But somebody sound like they text me something. Oh, Corey messaged you.
Victor, stop watching me. You fucking pervert. All right, Big Sarge.
Yes, I am going to shut it down. I was responding to a message. Peace, Vic. We out. Broad.